Hey, Piers.
All right, so I'm gonna walk down the line of each of the main characters in this little soap opera we have going on here. So, like, the thing that I agree from each of the ladies is that this is layered, right? And it is complicated. But I don't know. Really, there's a problem with communication all the way through this entire little saga we just listened to.
Mhm.
So this lady, young, she was young, is diagnosed with an aggressive cancer, stage 3 or stage 4. I think it says stage 4, right? And she's given a prognosis of how long she can expect to live. Such is her love for her then partner that she does what almost everybody does in these types of situations, whether it's the right decision or not. We know that it's a very common thing that you push that other person away because you're both young and you want to in some way do the noble thing. And the noble thing is I still want you to have your life. I still want you to experience all that this world has for you. And the only thing that I can share with you is a painful decline and ultimate death. So she did what she felt was the right thing to do. One of the points that was raised was, perhaps he could have stayed with her and worked through it. Yeah, maybe, and maybe if she had given him that option, maybe that's the option he would have taken. But that wasn't the option that she felt she needed at that time. And I'm not going to second guess that. People break up for far less. So at least what she was trying to do was noble. But that was her mind telling her what to do. As she's nearing that ultimate termination point, she wants to be clear. I don't want your last thought of me, if you ever think of me, to be that I threw you away. I don't want you to remember me that way. Because the only thing I have left now is the memories that I leave for you. Right. And I'm saying it this way because I work through these things. Right. I've had to face my own mortality and I face it all the time. And so you you start doing that. This is when the heart kicks in. And the heart wants to unload these things and be fair to the people you say you love so that you can say, I love you before I go. And that's effectively what I feel she was doing there. It wasn't that she had a malicious intent or any of those things. Like I tell people all the time when they're going through cancer or any of these other terminal situations, whatever you do, short of physically harming somebody, I'm 100% on your side. However messy it is, however clean it is, this is your journey, and only you have to face what ends up coming through this. And the rest of us will either learn to heal from it or deal with it. But you walk this journey. You do this. That's just my take, though, that I'm not pushing on nobody else. So that's her. Then you have him. Ex-girlfriend, love of his life, dumped him. He don't know why, but he took him a while. New girlfriend, fiance, was actually there to help put together the pieces once he was able to start being functional again. And they build a whole new life. And he loves her, and he's in love with her, and he wants to marry her. All of these things. None of that has changed for him. What has changed, though, is somebody just came back in and ripped a Band-Aid off of a wound and then died. So now he is going to go through the grieving process because he would have been grieving whenever he found out that she died because he loved her. Now he has to work through this grief thing. This is where I'd say with their relationship, communication is an issue because it sounds like she never really asserted to him that I am here for you as you work through your grief, but understand what I'm experiencing as your partner going through this and how it's affecting me too. Right? Because if you never say that to the other person, I'm not saying that they will or they won't, depends on how aware they are, but the chances are pretty high, as it sounds like here, that he doesn't factor in that you have a problem with it or you have another set of experiences that you're feeling going through this. He's just using you as his safe space in his sounding board because he knows she's dead. It's not like he can go back to her. You are my safe space. I'm venting with you. Problem is, you're venting in an unhealthy way because as you're unloading this, you're damaging her peace in the relationship. So communication was an issue there. And then, the time honored tradition of saying they both need to go to therapy or whatever. Okay. Then we move to her. I'm kind of like Tracy, except for I am much more permanent in these things. I don't think you need to have a pause. Personally, I don't think you pause in relationships, you break up. That's me. We are not pausing anything, right? We're going to break up. And the reason why I say we break up is because while we're not officially together, if you have an entanglement, I need to not hold that against you and vice versa. So that's why I don't agree with pauses and stuff like that, because it creates too many strings, right? It's like we're not together, but you still can't be single. No, we're going to break up and we're going to remain friends. And if we reconnect, we reconnect. I have to do what's necessary for me because now I have to heal, right? You got to heal. I got it. Now I got to heal, right? So that's where I would put it with her. That's my take. I ran through, I think, all three people. There you go.